Dear Grade 12 students, welcome to today's English lesson. This is a reading revision lesson. Let's get started. There are two main objectives to consider for today's lesson. The first one, identify the purpose of a text, while the second one is analyze information in a text. As you see in the picture, today's lesson is about one of the most popular tourist attractions. And what is it? Excellent, it is Big Ben. Where is Big Ben located? Wonderful. It is located in London, England. This is the reading we're dealing with today. It is of 5 paragraphs. Please pause the video and go through paragraphs 1 and 2. Now I want you to pause the video one more time and go through paragraphs 3 and 4. This is the last paragraph of the reading passage. Please pause the video and read it. Having read the passage, let's get to the questions. This is question 1. Please pause the video to answer. Well, question 1 is asking you about the purpose of the article. So what do you think? One good strategy to follow is to exclude answers. So which of these can never be the answer to the question? Can option A be the answer? Of course not, because it is an article and we don't have any advertising language in the passage. To point out the reasons of the attraction's popularity. Again, this can be excluded. We don't have any reasons why Big Ben is popular. Option D as well can be excluded because we don't have reasons this attraction was constructed. And this makes option C the answer to the question. The purpose is to highlight certain unknown details of this attraction, details like the different names, time of construction, details about the process of building. Moving on to question 2. This extract from the passage will help you answer the question. Please pause the video and answer. Well, the question goes like, what is given about the Palace of Westminster? So what do you think? Well, let's read this part from the passage. The old Palace of Westminster was destroyed by a fire on 16th of October 1834. So can this line help you find the right answer? Excellent. In this part we have the reason the palace had to be reconstructed, and the reason was a fire. So we don't have the height of its tallest towers. We don't have the year construction was completed. We don't have the name of the architect who first built it. This is question 3. Please take some time to read and answer. Pause the video now. Well, this question is really important. I want you to know how to deal with such a question. It's asking you about what the underlined pronoun refers to. So here we have the pronoun it. To be able to answer this question, you need to read what comes before the pronoun it. So let's read. The fire, which began after 2 workmen had been burning wood in the basement, became so large. What became so large? The fire. So it became so large and impressive that the famous artist, Turner, even painted several pictures of it. So what does the underlined pronoun it refer to? Wonderful. It refers to the fire. So the artist, Turner, painted several pictures of the fire because, as we've mentioned before, it was so large and impressive. Moving on to question 4. Take some time to read and answer. Pause the video now. Well, the question is asking you to choose a synonym, a word that has the same meaning as the underlined word. So you need to guess the meaning of the underlined word. To do that, you need to read from the beginning of the sentence. Constructing the clock tower was not without trials and tribulations, and issues in both the design of the clock and the great bell are recorded. So, which of these do you think has the same meaning as the word tribulations? Wonderful. Problems is the word because the whole extract in here is expressing problems that took place during the construction of the clock tower. Moving on to question 5, and it goes like, what does this in paragraph 3 refer to? So this is the target word. To be able to know what it refers to, you need to read what comes before it in the passage. Please pause the video to answer. Well, the official opening being several years behind schedule, some suggest this is why an opening ceremony was never organized. So this refers to the fact that the official opening was behind the schedule, and this is best expressed in option B, failing to open on time. So some suggest that failing to open on time is why an opening ceremony was never organized. This is question 6 and it goes like, according to paragraph 1, what are two things that are special about Big Ben? This is paragraph 1. Pause the video to identify the two special things about Big Ben. Well, what are the two things? The first one is the spectacular architecture, while the second one is the size of the clock. Moving on to question 7. This extract will help you answer the question. Please pause the video and answer. Well, the question is asking you to identify two reasons that resulted in the delay in opening the clock tower. So what do you think? Constructing the clock tower was not without trials and tribulations and issues on both the design of the clock and the great bell are recorded. In particular, for example, the clock design had to meet certain requirements, and this is the first reason that caused the delay in the opening of the clock tower. Can you tell me about the second reason? Excellent. And damage to the mechanisms and materials used slowed progress. Let's move to a new set of questions. True, false, or not given. This is statement 1. This extract from the passage should help you respond to this question. Please pause the video now. Well, the statement goes like, Sir Charles Barry supervised the building of the old Westminster Palace. So what do you think? Let's read this part from the passage. Sir Charles Barry was the initial architect commissioned to rebuild the palace. And this means, yes, excellent. This statement is a false. Sir Charles was responsible for rebuilding the palace according to the passage, and this makes this statement a false. This is statement 2. This extract from the passage should help you respond to the statement. Please pause the video now. Well, Big Ben is made of iron and brass. Is this statement true, false, or not given? What do you think? Are the materials used in making Big Ben mentioned in the passage? No, they are not. And excellent. This statement is not given. This is statement 3. Read this part from the passage to be able to respond to the statement, pause the video to answer. Well, the statement goes like, the old palace was left damaged for more than 10 years. What do you think? Well, let's read this part. The old Palace of Westminster was destroyed by fire on 16th October 1834. Sir Charles Barry was the initial architect commissioned to rebuild the palace, with the construction of the clock tower itself starting in 1843. So, fire destroyed the palace in 1834, and rebuilding the palace began in 1843. So the difference between these 2 years is only 9 years, and this makes this statement excellent. It is false. Moving on to statement 4. This extract should help you respond to the statement. Pause the video to answer. Well, let's read statement 4. Technical issues resulted in the delay of the opening of the Big Ben. Let's go through this part. Constructing the clock tower was not without trials and tribulations and issues in both the design of the clock and the great bell are recorded. In particular, the clock design had to meet certain requirements, and damage to the mechanisms and materials used slowed progress. So the word delay has the same meaning as slowed progress, and damage to mechanisms and materials is an explanation of what some technical issues might be, and this makes statement 4 true. This is statement 5. This extract should help you respond to the statement. Pause the video to answer. Well, statement 5 goes like, the people of London haven't heard the Big Ben chime for 3 years now. Considering this extract, we have on the 21st August 2017, the bell of Big Ben was heard for the last time. So now we are 2020, and the last time the people of London heard Big Ben was on the 21st of August 2017. This makes 3 years, and therefore this statement is wonderful. It is true. This is the end of today's reading revision lesson. Thanks for watching. Remember, this video will always be available on Microsoft Teams for you to watch at any time.